And we're live. Here we are. It's episode 69. 69 of the Love Doctor live stream. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. We have the fantastic Lusty Onyx, the beautiful Mina Minou, all here. We're going to be answering your questions about love, sex, and relationship. Welcome to the people I see that are tuning in. Welcome to the show. I haven't even poured a drink yet. I'm grabbing this here. This is gin Torbay, which is the gin that I got last week. Your sortilege?
Yes.
Sortilege, a little.
It's a maple syrup and cream liquor.
Oh, you got the sortilege creme whiskey.
Yes.
Nice. That is delicious. There we go.
My partner is vegan and he just received it from a friend, but he can't drink it, so I do.
Okay, because it's actual cream, is it?
Yes, so he can't. I mean, it's that he don't want. Yeah.
He
doesn't
want. There is. I do want to state that there is a. I didn't realize that it was real cream in there, but there's so many good things to do with that. You just poured a little bit over ice cream, or if you
coffee.
Mm. Even if you take a shot of the regular sortilege, the maple whiskey, and then float the cream, the regular, you put in the cream, and then the regular whiskey floats on top, and then it's like drinking grape night ice cream, which is a thing that I discovered here in Canada. I think we just made Mina just a little bit sick.
That sounds good, actually. I'm into it.
Well, first off, happy Pride to everyone.
Happy Pride!
Danny DeBelfa is there. Welcome. Hello, the Love Doctor, Mina Lusty. Hey, girl. Hey. There we are. I always thought that we were going to have Marquise. Marquise. That's an old name. Felicia Rain was going to join us and everything. Give me enough whiskey and I float to the top. Everyone floats down here. Am I enough of a clown to say that? Is that all right? I just made it creepy. All right, you weren't expecting an It reference from me, was that it? That's just
all right.
All right.
It's almost Halloween season, right?
It's almost Halloween.
Cheers, the Love Doctor.
Cheers. There we go. We get Danny laughing. I can't cheers yet until I get some mix into this drink. There we are.
It's like your birthday. It's like your episode 69, and you're the Love Doctor 69. So happy birthday!
Yes. Thank you. Oh no, that was a great reference. All right, I got a possible on the It reference. Cheers to everyone. Thank you for StreamYard for giving us the tools to do this. I mean, they don't give it; we have to pay for it, but. Gin. That's a nice smoky gin. That's a different gin that I've been drinking.
What's the name of it?
It is. Sorry, I have to turn to the microphone. Gin Torbay, and it is from Succubus, which is a Quebec distillery. Though that is a different spelling than Ishkabaha, which it's supposed to be apparently. Nice readjustment there, Lusty. Thank you. That's going to help everyone with the viewers. There is.
You just need to be sure that nothing's going out.
Not
yet.
Yes, exactly. Not yet. We don't have the privilege. I'm looking for blank pieces of paper, which I don't seem to have here. Let me see. Oh, there's one. All right. I'm just going to, for those who are uninitiated with drinking, I'm just going to write something right here. Just very quickly. This is the educational portion of the show. So you see those words. Can anyone pronounce those?
The letter or the...
Is it a U to begin with?
That is a U. Sorry.
Okay.
That's my bad scroll of a handwriting.
Go ahead, Minou.
You spiff. That's what I got.
Beat
right.
at the end. Beat it? No, beat it. Yushke beat it. No, I don't know.
All right. It's Gaelic and it's actually pronounced Ishkabaha. But when an Englishman actually came across a bottle with that written on it,
wow.
He saw the top one and he went, "What is this stuff called? Whiskey?"
Oh, I get it. That's so
Oh
cool.
my god.
And so that
Okay.
is the name where whiskey comes from, and it
Oh.
is it actually it translates to be the water of life. So eau de vie in French, you know, all these things. Welcome, Winfred. Winfred, welcome to the show. We're going to be answering everyone's questions about love, sex, and relationships. We have, I'm just going to bring up the question tab here right now. There we are. So that's how you can ask a question anonymously. You can go to slido.com, do the event code TLD69, and because this is the 69th episode of the Love Doctor live stream.
Yay.
And we have some questions already. We're going to start at the bottom. Are you
Right.
all prepared and ready to go? Are we good? Oh, look at this.
Woo.
We're dancing around here. Just woo.
It's like a poster.
It's like the Brady Bunch on meth.
Yeah.
We got all our teeth. All right. Most of our teeth. Where's my teeth? I don't see any teeth underneath my upper lip. That's all right. That's just a cadence thing.
It's the mustache.
It's the mustache. The mustache got a professional trim the other day. I went on a film set, and they came to me and they said, "Oh, you look perfect. Oh, but we're gonna shave your mustache." I went, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I gave them a price, and they said, oh, "Okay, we'll let it on because I'm for sale."
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Charge them if they want to change your appearance.
So here we go. The first question is on the bottom, because bottoms are always in control. How was your first time?
Oh.
Lusty, you are in the hot seat.
All right. How was it? Too much prepare, but not enough time. So I'm not like afraid to say it. I was 13. I was ready. It was 15. I think I teased him too much because he was too excited, and we were not able to do a lot
You
because
finished before you started.
first and second, his parents were coming back like an hour after. So I don't know why we decided that it was the moment, but after that we decided to do a second first time, better, more prepared and stuff. But it was alright. This guy was amazing, and I'm very happy what was this guy.
Boom. Good
That's nice.
answer, Mina.
I was 16. It was to a 19-year-old boy man. He was hot. He had snake bites, long black hair. It was very in for that time period. It was fine.
Snake bites as in the piercings?
piercing. Yeah, not an actual snake bite.
I think you should have been sucking the poison out instead of anything else. No, sorry. That's
I did what I did. But yeah, I wasn't in love. I didn't want to be. I just wanted to have sex because I knew that I liked sex already and wanted to have it. So it was just kind of practical, I guess. It was practical. Yeah. Yep.
Good answers. I mean, the truthful answer. My first time of choice would it was a long-term girlfriend. I was, I think, about 17-ish. They were a year older, and we had been dating for over a year, off and on for a bit. But we used to have these almost screaming matches, fights, because we're not good at communication. And then one of the times it went over, I went over to her place after we had a fight, and we were going to talk things out. And her parents were upstairs. She had a bedroom in the basement, and she was in the middle of cleaning out her closet, and we ended up going into her closet. So it's weird because after the first time I ever had sex, I came out of the closet. Which is and the worst part was there was one of those tapes with the auto repeat, so it would like flip over to the other side of the audio tape, and it was U2's Joshua Tree, and it sort of ruined that album for me. But it was it was both our first time, and it was years later. like nearly a decade later, I was in a corner store. I was buying milk, and I turned around and she was right like there, just like I reached into the milk thing. I came out and I startled because she was right there, and she apologized because we like I said, she was a little bit older, but we argued a lot in the relationship, and I never understood completely why at times. And then she said, "Look, I just wanted to apologize to you. I thought that was you. I wanted to apologize to you because for treating you like shit in the relationship because I didn't realize at the time that I was
Oh.
gay."
Well, that's
Oh.
very nice of her.
So it was very nice. It was
Yeah.
past the point of being necessary, but it was things had ended. We had moved on.
Totally.
It didn't start out very well because all right, we met in a drinking establishment. We were both working for the same company. Well, not we. Sorry, we met working for the same company, but after work, we would all the employees would go to this drinking establishment and drink, and I was not supposed to be drinking because of my age, and I was drinking, and then the week she got fired, she asked me out, and then she found out that I was younger than she was. Actually, no, she was 2 years older than me, not 1 year. So yeah, that was a way to start. Hi.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. It's a little bit scary. If anyone has any questions, you could, of course, I should be running this at the bottom. You can ask your questions anonymously in the Slido, or if you're brave enough and you want your question, just put it into the chat, and we can answer it directly, knowing who we're talking to, and it's easier to do any follow-up questions. Are you prepared for the next question? Are we ready? I'm in the hot seat, so this is the one that I should be in trouble for.
I just have a comment. Like it's
Yes.
we never. I don't know why. So crazy stuff can happen in the grocery. Like you were in the milk alley. Sometimes you just go in the fruit place and then you're like, oh hi, and like it never happened in like the hygienic part of the grocery. Like it would be weird. Like I got my toilet paper. Like who are you?
Definitely. It's yeah. I guess that's where sometimes where you're interacting with more people is in the grocery. It's so weird now thinking about interacting with people because of this past year has been.
Oh my god, totally.
It's been strange. I went to a memorial yesterday and seeing all these people, and it's like I want to hug people, but I want to ask if they've been vaccinated before I do.
Yeah.
Do it. You can.
Yeah. No, I know, but I asked if there were some people there who were not vaccinated. And it's just it's strange at times to be dealing with that, and dealing with all the pressure and everything that's inside, because we're coming up, like it's been over a year.
Yeah,
we've been
year and a
dealing
half.
with these pandemic stuff, and it's reaching out to people that are going to be necessary, and it's going to be the hard things to do. But all right, so this is episode 69. We've got another question here. Going to bring it up here. Are you more involved in monogamy or polyamory? And I'm in the hot seat, so I would say that I'm polyamorous in the fact that I can love more than one person. At this time, I'm seeing one person, but I just ended a long-term relationship, so I'm in a point of transition. My longest relationship, I kind of realized that I was polyamorous. I didn't have a word for it before I went to be monogamous in the relationship of my first marriage. I was dating multiple people and I was honest about it, and then one of the people I was dating asked me to be monogamous, and I thought that's just what you do because that's what societal pressure puts you to. And so I went from dating multiple people to dating one person to be engaged and married. And at that time, I would feel great guilt because I would have these feelings of love and emotion for people who were not my spouse, but still having feelings of love for my spouse. So it was a confusing time, and it took a lot of time to get through. I never broke the vows. I never cheated. I kept to the vow of monogamy that they had requested, but it did have an impact on my life, and to the point that I think it sort of added towards the ending of the relationship, which was done amicably. So it came out to be a fair thing. So that's my answer on that. Are you more involved with monogamy or polyamory? Lusty, your answer.
Used to be a long time ago. No, yeah, I'm I was in a lot of monogamish, I would say, relationships, but since many years, I was always feeling like, is it right to having feeling for other? Am I weird? Am I strange? Is it okay? Is it all right? All the judgment we can come with that, and I just realized that it was a sign of me being more comfortable in polyamory. And so right now I have my nesting partner, but we are in a polyamory, I can say, circle. Um, and I'm feeling so much better in this relationship. I can live the fully all the love I have for other partners. Sure that the pandemic affected, but I think it affected a lot of stuff. But it make me feel complete to be able to be in a relationship where both of us are able to live completely the relationship in the way they feel better with that, and it's a release for me, finding that polyamory was the word that defined the love I want to share with others.
Same. Good answer.
I'm polyamorous. There wasn't really much of a question about it. I guess I dated people monogamously before, but they always ended within about a year because I wasn't happy. They weren't happy because I wasn't happy. I don't really think about it too much. I've always just kind of been somebody with a high sex drive, and so I've always dated a lot of people. I'm currently partnered, but definitely looking for more partners. So, hello.
Hi,
Welcome,
Mina.
world.
No. I'm joking. It's not like that you're gonna find a partner. It was just a joke.
No, I know.
Be sure.
There is the thing is too. There's also like there's a huge scale. Like I mean, have you ever felt jealousy?
Oh, of course, I feel jealous, but I also value the freedom that I have to be. Because here's the thing, also, is that for me, romance is not my top priority. My art, my creative expression, my career success, my spiritual life, my family, those are all way more important to me than romance. I'd like, yes, I like to have sex and I want sex, but it's not my top priority. And so I've never felt that it was fair of me to demand an intense monogamous relationship from somebody when I would rather be painting. I would rather be somewhere else doing something else 90% of the time. But yeah, I get jealous, like, for sure, everyone does.
And you understand compersion.
Yeah, I'm working on it sometimes, but I do understand it. It's weird. It varies with different partners. Like I have a few long distance partners. It's much easier for me to be happy for them doing whatever they're doing because they're not near me. It's a little bit harder for me with like my partner in Montreal, who is a little bit more of a prolific dater than I am, which I support, but also I want more attention. I don't need that attention to come from him. I'm currently in my current mood, very attention hungry. So
Current mood down below. Yeah.
Welcome very much. Welcome to the attention that you will be getting from this show, the Love Doctor live stream, episode 69.
I agree with you, girl. I agree with you, girl.
Thank you.
It is compersion. Compersion was something that I had felt before, but I never had a word for it. And then when I learned the word, it was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I've never been jealous of partners being happy, but I do sometimes have the feeling of being abandoned at times when they're involved, and it doesn't need to be even another romantic partner. If they're just involved in doing something and they don't want to do something with me, and it's something I struggle to do, make sure that anytime that I have a partner, that I spend the time with them that they want. And I do not begrudge them of that, though there's the things that I need to kind of get done as well to function for, well, my art and etc. So that's a good thing. There was something we mentioned in the first question that I never did a good lecture on. I want to do a good lecture on this one too. Polyamory. I believe polyamory is a sliding scale. There's different levels of polyamory. There's some people that would feel better being emotionally monogamous, but they're not worried about fidelity, sexual fidelity with their partners, and that's somewhere on that same scale. I think some people are more wired to be polyamorous and other people are more wired to be monogamous, and there can be a learning process to shift, but some people have a natural inclination, and I think that's okay. It's just not okay when somebody who is naturally polyamorous is expecting somebody who's naturally monogamous to be okay with them being polyamorous. Those type of relationships do not work in the long term.
Also for project, my last relationship before my nesting partner now, first of all, we didn't have the same long-term project we want to live in our lives, but also I was feeling that he wasn't very, because we went in a open relationship, and then I felt that he started getting uncomfortable. So, and I was feeling really comfortable. So I was like, God, it's not going to end well. So finally it ended, but because we didn't want the same thing. But it's important to notice it, because you're going to be very, very sad, unhappy, and maybe traumatized by those kind of relationships.
This is where communication is key, because the thing is, sometimes you can ask your partner something, and if they tell you what they think you want to hear, they're not doing themselves a service. But you need to. It's like when you're sharing sex with somebody, you don't listen to what they're telling you. You listen to how they moan and how they move and how they grind, right? You pay attention to those things. Right, and those are the things that we want to make sure.
Exactly.
That you understand, so you can pleasure them and take your pleasure on an equal measure. And that's one of the things. That's the earlier comment I wanted to make was, because we've said have sex a few times, but I believe share sex is a better term.
Aww,
Yes.
that's really cute.
You just felt like I just got patted on the head. Oh, that's so cute. I mean, you didn't mean it to be condescending, did you? No.
It's cute and so true.
It's wholesome.
Well, the thing is, to have sex means it's an external thing. That means it's something that somebody can grab, take, or steal. To share sex, you're sharing of yourself with someone who is sharing with you. And I think that is a better, or multiple people. It could be a group thing. But that is something that is to be aimed for. And we got a bunch of new viewers coming in. We're going to be answering your questions about love, sex, and relationship.
It's a fusion.
It's a fusion, exactly. Please hit like, hit subscribe. We're
like
still building up the
this
channel.
down below.
Well, don't just focus on it just being down below, because these.
Oh no, you can hop
things are
there.
doing
You can
wonderful
hop
things.
there. I'm happy with that too.
Exactly. There's all kinds of pleasure centers, and everyone is a little bit different, and it's so much fun to find out.
A lot of
what
men
turns on your
like
partners.
everything. Okay, now I have headset, but everything about the ears.
Oh yeah.
A lot of men like it. Women too, but I realized a lot of men. Am I crazy or?
No, you're right. Also, if you pinch right in the back of the nape of the neck and run your fingers down, bitch goes crazy. Like
Pinch. What do you mean by pinch? I just thought you meant dig.
like,
Take it.
no, like a massage with your with more of the meat of your thumbs and stuff. Kimchi, stop.
Ooh.
There's
Okay.
also the to take the fingers up of the back of the neck and into the hair, you know, as if you're going
Oh,
to
the
grab.
hair play. Yes.
Right? There's here's something that I have surprised people who had not known this. The different sides of your neck one side of your neck will be more sensitive than your other side of the neck. And people are you aware, both of you, are you aware which side of your neck is the most sensual?
I want to say this side, which is my right side.
Your right side.
Probably my right too.
the way to do it is just basically sort of ghosting your fingers, like go from underneath your earlobe, and then down
But
the side
it's
ever
not
so
the same when it's
slowly.
yourself. You're like,
It's just
ooh.
barely touch it. Don't quite touch it. You just feel sort of like the heat from your fingertip over your skin, and you do that. Go down to your collarbone and out towards your shoulder, and then do it again on the other side. And you'll find that one side of your neck gets a stronger reaction.
This one. I was right.
Lusty is repeating the right
I
side
don't
again
know.
and again.
I don't know. But I think the right side. I think it's gonna be the right side. But it's different when it's yourself.
It is a little bit different, but it does help. It does help to. I mean, we should take time to learn our own bodies, and in doing so, and doing that with. There's 2 cats there with Mina. Is that 2 cats or?
Yeah, mine is
it's
away.
one cat, but he's being a little bit. This is a cat lamp because I am that nerd. Kimchi, stop it. Anyway, this is my.
Oh, his name is Kimchi. Oh,
Yes.
Kimchi is so good, but so spicy.
I admit I did not name him. I just I got him from actually my ex-boyfriend who got him from his ex-wife. But he's my baby now. We've been together for 7 years. So
it looks like the darkness is inside his eyes.
yeah, he's a little asshole.
He's eating souls.
Yeah.
It's Basement Cat.
I like Black Cat.
There we go. We've got a cat on screen, so I think we have just won the internet, which means it's time to go on for another question.
Yes.
It's, hey Doc, happy 69th. Was wondering if you could explain the difference between swinging and open relationships. Oh, I haven't had to answer this in a while, but Mina, you're in the hot seat, so you get this one first.
Okay, so I think this touches back on what you're saying about the difference between sexual and emotional monogamy and non-monogamy. But specifically, swinging is something that usually is done in a partnered couple or just, a couple people, and who go and either exchange or have group sex, so on and so forth. Open relationship is, just that. It's having a relationship with the possibility of having other relationships and not just sexual experiences with other people. And then, of course, as we've said, it's a spectrum of what that can look like. Yes.
I will differ a little bit because the second one you described was more polyamory, which I think polyamory is separate from open relationships. But swinging is something that the couple or throuple or group will do in concert together, whereas the open relationship is where one partner will go out and have a physical relationship with somebody else who is not their partner, and their partner doesn't need to be involved or part of that. That would be the distinction in my head of the difference. Lusty.
I agree because there's I've practiced both, and there is also swinging clubs where you can go and visit stuff, do experiment, and we call it in French. How was it? It's échangisme. So it's really more sexual, but it's not only in the basic of a couple, but for the same, I would go with the mix of your answers because I don't think I have more explanation to that. I think the difference is visible. It's definite.
All right, and Mina, do you have any follow up with the twist that I put on what you said?
No, I'm always kind of wondering where people draw the lines between polyamory and open relationships, and I'm open to all answers.
Oh, but for that I have an answer because when you open relationship, the way I lived it when it happened, open relationship, but you have your nesting partner and you are open to having other sexual partners who can be friends, but no feeling involved. But with polyamory, there is normally emotion It can be love, it can be deep passion, but there is more bonding, emotional bonding than in open relationship. But that's my point of view. Maybe it's different for the Love Doctor.
No, I think I sort of addressed that. Is that the open relationship is to have like the non to have a partner without it being like polyamory is you love multiple people. An open relationship is you have relationship with others, which is separate from your primary relationship, and swinging is more of a sexual thing. And I see we got more people tuning in. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you're drinking. And we're about
Yes.
to move on to the next question. The next question, Lusty, you are in the hot seat. What is a good kiss?
What is a good kiss?
What is a good kiss? So,
Um,
Lusty, your answer.
First, don't be aggressive. Second, don't use your tongue first. Yes, it can be very weird. Third, look at the person. Not too close, it's gonna be weird too. you need to you need to have a feeling and emotion between both of you before starting to kiss. So it's very important because when one is initiate and the other one is starting to just go back, if you gonna no, it's gonna end bad. So you need to have a chemistry together. You need to be feeling each other, and it's gonna be normally it's just like it's very fluid. It's very like you need to be natural. If it's not, don't kiss.
I just pictured there's some trauma in the past where somebody just came at you just lips and tongue first. Just
Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. I got okay. You want me to tell it now, or you want maybe me now answer first?
we'll get the answers out and we'll do a group discussion. Mina,
Yes,
Mina.
I agree.
A good kiss. I'm very particular about how people kiss me. It will absolutely make or break whether or not I call you back. So a good kiss, I mean, whatever. We're all unique, beautiful flowers who want different things, and every kiss is also its own flower. But for me, a good kiss, I like a little bit of aggression, and I mean, if it's like a good kiss with a established partner, and we have, we make out a bunch, then I want that tongue, like bring that shit to me. But otherwise, soft, a lot of build up. And isn't that movie? Do you remember it's a really sexist movie, Hitch, when they were talking about like you go 90, they go 10 or whatever? That's, I think, a good indicator of like the build up for a good kiss. But yeah, especially a first kiss, it should be a lot of tension. It should be like a little spontaneous. I don't know. I really like kissing. I want to be kissed like Clark Gable half the time, though. So, and that's questionable as to whether or not he's actually a good person or kisser. So yeah, I don't know. So many options, but you know it when you have it. It's you just.
Oh, some people don't. They don't
Some
know.
people do not.
They don't know. It's crazy.
It's true, which it makes me feel sad, but also I'm just like, it's not my job to teach you anymore. I'm not in that phase of my life. But I know when I have it. And it usually involves like a little bit of nibbling on the bottom lip. Okay, I'll end it there.
All right. With anything, passion is important. I believe aggression could be right at the right time, but there's a good kiss is that 90-10 that you described, Mina, is a good example. You doing the reaching forward, but the other person is reaching in. This is a strange thing that was told to me was shortly after my first marriage ended. I went on a date with somebody. It was a nice walking date and whatnot. And it was like, okay, well, it's getting about time to go home. And I said, well, can I kiss you? and we were still downtown doing the walk, and she said yes, and then we had a kiss. I'd like to make out. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like there's a certain passion to sharing kisses with someone, and we kissed, and then she had her hand in the back of my hair, and we backed up to a wall, or well, she backed up to the wall, and we kept kissing for a little bit, and then we broke the kiss, and I got invited over to her place, and then she later told me, she said, you know, the date was really nice, but I was thinking that we were just going to have that one date, and then they gave the kiss, and then she wanted to see me more. So that kiss sort of made a turning point for that person with me. And then she got completely pissed because I was just recently separated, and she was going, "You're too new. You're not going to stay." So she felt that was frustrating in the relationship in the end. But a good kiss requires passion, and it's not just the passion that you feel in yourself, but recognizing the passion in your partner. Let it build with them. I mean, when Lusty was talking about too much tongue or too much lips or too sloppy, it feels like the person was more concentrating on their own passion and not picking up cues. And in my example, the kiss started slow, but it sort of built. And I listened to the cues, and we moved to a deeper, more passionate kiss. Hi, is everybody got very quiet when I was describing just kissing.
Kissing is so nice.
It's so important. I think for me, if I don't kiss in a relationship, it's not gonna work. So like Mina Minou said, it's the turning point of we continue or we don't. Because if you're not able to feel the magic when you kiss somebody, how the hell is the magic's gonna build up more? If every time you're in front of the person, you're like, oh no, I need to kiss this person. Oh no, you're like, no, you need to feel like, oh, I'm gonna kiss this person. It's like, you're just feeling that it's going to happen. I'm just feeling, I'm gonna kiss this person, yeah. just
that
feeling that it's
of seeing the bare neck that you want to put your lips on, or
just being able to imagine and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see this person tomorrow, because you know it's gonna be good. You know the feeling you're gonna feel, and it's gonna be a lot of electricity inside of you. If you kiss and it's boring, or you kiss and it's uncomfortable, or you're scared, because I don't know why. I think you got it wrong when you said I got traumatized experience, because when people start putting their tongue first, and it's not to your mouth anyway, it's like it's there, you're like, what are you doing with your tongue, guy? Like it's not an open door. It's not. Just keep it for yourself. It can be, but I think it can be scary for the person who don't know how to kiss. But it's scary for the person who's receiving the tongue. So,
I'm just going to just drop this back on the idea of sharing sex again, right? If people are just concentrating on themselves and their own pleasure, then they're not thinking about you, right? And they'd be better off dating their hand. You need to find that person who's interested in being with you and physically in that way, and is willing to learn your body and your pleasure points, and they better be doing the same for you. And that's the thing. One of the worst type of kiss is the kiss to get it over with. Have you ever experienced that? Yeah. All right. Cool. There. All right. You go off. Whatever.
That's not satisfying. And then you're like, I shouldn't do it.
Exactly. And that does happen in relationships occasionally. Mina's laughing because it's never happened to her.
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I recognize that I am a little bit of a shallow bitch, and I am the one who gives the okay, here we are. We gotta go now.
Oh. We are not judging here. Like,
I definitely struggle with just outright being like, no, I'm not interested, and will often go for a pity date or a pity kiss or something, and I'm working on not doing that as much. But it's just funny to think about, because I'm like, okay, good, cool, by? Like,
Well, no, there's times when it's tender,
Do you
but
want
it's
your lunch?
the get it out of the way kiss. That's a different thing.
I call it
Yeah.
a lunch kiss. Like, oh, okay, take it. Bye.
I
Take your
mean,
lunch.
I'm not even cooking for these people anymore, which is
And for those of you who are watching, please drop a comment. Tell us what you like about kissing into the chat. We'll bring your comments up as we move on to the next question. Oh, crap. I'm in the hot seat. All right. The next question we have here is, what's a polite way to tell someone that you've been seeing for a while that they're bad at sex? What is a polite way? So polite way completely throws out you saying, you know what, you're pretty shit at sex. You can't say that. You can't say that if you're remaining polite. What's a polite way to tell someone that you've been seeing for a while is that they're shit at sex? Or they're bad at sex. Sorry, I said shit at sex. Oh, that's a different type of question. There is no nothing. That was funny. I believe that was funny.
it was good. It was good.
As soon as I explain a joke, it's no longer funny. I don't need the pity kiss of a comment after that. There was all right. The polite way to tell is to work with their imagination, to work with their mind a little bit, to find out what they are passionate about and try to draw that passion out. Because most people who are bad at sex, there's two ways to be bad at sex that I can think of right away. Is somebody's trying to be more technical than present in the moment, or they're too reserved, right? Maybe three ways. They're too reserved, they're not showing enough passion, or they're showing too much passion, as in they're just sort of overpowering. But again, that comes down to them thinking about themselves and not about you. That also goes to those people who, if they find out that their lover is someone who has difficulty orgasm. What? Did I pronounce that
Having
right?
an orgasm.
Yeah, having an orgasm. Has difficulty having an orgasm. That they're the ones who are going to be like the button mashers going, I'm going to try everything. I'm not giving up until you do, which is immediately going to make somebody who has like a little bit of difficulty getting in the right mindset about having an orgasm. It's going to shut them down, and it's going to mean that it won't happen. You need to make sure that you are making your partner comfortable, and that they should be doing the same for you. So explaining to somebody that the sex is being less than fulfilling, it's going to sound, there's no easy way to do it, except maybe exploring their fantasies, and not just what their fantasies are, but why their fantasies are. And if you can touch into those, and then you can share those thoughts together, that can make a difference to improve in a polite way, and make them want to improve in a polite way, rather than belittling somebody that you've been in a relationship with for a while, as the question says. And hopefully get them to engage in being a bit more present in the act of sex. Lusty.
First of all, it's a fun fact. I've seen a funny meme where a person just saying, "Hey, do you guys, your girlfriend have this fantasy and that she's masturbate after sex?" And there is just a woman answering that somebody's gonna tell him.
There's actually a comedian that performed at Vaudeville. I think you actually saw him perform. That's his joke.
It was you see that?
Yeah, he that's one of his closing jokes, is the fact he's been doing it for years. That he had a
Probably
girlfriend who had
him.
a fetish where at the end of it she has to, after they have sex, she has to masturbate.
And you're like, are you going to tell him that? No, you don't understand. So this have been said. I'm the my cat now. Sorry, she's there.
We're winning the internet.
I say that I'm the kind of person who's I have a lot of mommy attitude in sexuality. So when if you're in a relationship with a person for a long time and you still with the person, maybe you have feeling, maybe this relationship is important. So I would think that it would be more important to keep digging deeper in what is not working in the sexuality. So I'm the kind of person who would try to make it better. But if it's totally not working, you're unsatisfying, there is no other, there's no better way to tell to the person than just saying, I would like to try something else. Are you willing to try something else? And just communicate your needs because they are important. And if you're not satisfied, it's going to get worse. But I think exploring is the magical word.
Mm.
Boom. Good answer. Mina.
Okay, so I have a two-part answer to the question. The first part is I would do some personal searching to define and identify what you think is good sex and why, and what you want out of this relationship, and whether or not, it's worth it. Because some people just, maybe they're not bad at sex, but you're not physically compatible. That happens. If you are dedicated and would like to continue, then my suggestion is actually for positive affirmations. Any type of criticism or critique, I think, should be done in a critique sandwich. That is a compliment, the criticism, another compliment. And then I really encourage you to don't overact, don't fake anything, but be very clear and specific about what you like. And that can be, you don't have to do it verbally and be like, I specifically like when you rub the head of your dick right here. You can be like, do it with body, motions and moans and what have you, but just make sure that you are being as affirming and positive and encouraging as possible. And yeah, go for the affirmations. And then even afterwards, you can be like, baby, I fucking loved it when you did X, Y, and Z. Can you please do that again? Or baby, I was watching porn and I saw this and I would really like to try it, or whatever. But I would go at it from a positive angle.
Yes. Definitely a yes.
I think you're right. Porn is a good way to maybe give an advice, but it depends of what you want to try. Like if you're going to go with an extreme video, that's something that you want to explore but never tried before. Just go back to the very basic if it's something that you want to explore to get more satisfaction. Like don't believe that the person's gonna be a Batman sex guy or woman to the first time they try something. Go back to the basic if you want to go further.
I also want to discourage people from going, oh, I've seen that in porn, I should try it.
No,
exactly. They are professionals, for one thing. It's not. They're actors as well. So what some people are having 3 penises put up your asshole. They might seem like they're enjoying it, but it's fairly uncomfortable. They've trained for that. That's like watching the Olympics and going, oh, you know what? I could do the biathlon quicker.
Maybe in Tokyo they're gonna have a new discipline. No, I'm joking. And in the right corner, the 3 dick. No, okay, I'm serious.
All right. It's a 3 dick pimp. There's a what? Sorry, it's just.
But there is magic in porn. Like you never see the after sex part when you're searching your cell phone under the pillow, where you're finding your underwear and just want to put it back. Those parts are skipping. Where you're tripping.
Anyone else had a partner that would like hang up their underwear close to the head of the bed?
No, that's smart though. That's really smart.
Oh no, I'm just throwing away, and then like, where are they?
It's less of a hunt afterwards.
Yeah. I'm gonna steal it first.
Are you putting it in a hanger also? Like in a hanger?
I do not fold my clothes when I'm going to bed. I don't. All right. Here's the next question that we have is: does having does having kids is possible in polyamorous relationships? So I guess the question would be, can you have kids in a polyamorous relationship?
Hmm.
And Mina, you are in the hot seat.
Oh, well then, yeah, you can. You can, it's just about communication. It's about parenting agreements. It's about establishing types of boundaries, making sure that whoever you're allowing into your family bubble is somebody who's ready to be around kids. But polyamorous has nothing to do, or is not a barrier to you being able to have kids. Or having kids is not a barrier to you being polyamorous. It's just all about communication.
What she said.
What she said, and my relationship is an example because my partner have close to a 5 years old kids, and we have a sharing partner, and she's have a 1 years old little boy, and she's very happy. He's not the father of hers, but like it could have been, and it just depends. What are your boundary, like say Minou, and what is your common objective? Like there is
Mm-hmm.
partner who agree to have kids with other partners, and there is other who say no, I'm preferring to go in the nesting. It just depends on your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I want to also point out a very good book, The Ethical Slut, which is about ethical non-monogamy, and the co-authors of that both have children.
Hmm.
And that is they do give the examples of their families in that book. So something to think about. Again, communication is the important thing. Are we ready for the next question? And you know what?
Yes.
I can see that we have a good number of people out there watching, but not a lot of you are chatting. I want to also point out that Lusty Onyx is going to be performing on the Vaudeville Variety Show this Wednesday. Is that am I right?
No,
No, not this
that's
Wednesday.
me.
Did
No,
I?
I'm
Did I
not.
miss? Oh
No,
no, that's not this week. Sorry.
I
No,
mean
that's in
it's
2 weeks.
it.
That's on the 25th.
No, I'm not performing yet. I'm
Oh,
not
all right.
performing yet.
You're not performing yet. All right, all
No,
right.
no, no. I tell you, when I will be ready, I'm gonna reach out to you, the Love Doctor 100%. That's what I said.
All right. Okay, no, I just misread the schedule there, and now I can't find the window where the show is. Here we are.
You're doing
All right,
great.
we're doing,
It's
doing great.
it's not a problem. But I
I'm just
appreciate you
completely
reach
lost.
out to me. It's gonna happen eventually. I subscribe to the Class B at Arabesque Burlesque. So in November, I will be performing my Phoenix number, just all rehearsal for this wonderful scene of the Wiggle Room.
Boom. And the Wiggle Room is reopened for anyone out there who is
Hmm.
in Montreal or in driving distance of Montreal. Each Wednesday night we do the Vaudeville Variety Show, and I'm getting the chance to host that right now. It's been a lot of fun. Some amazing acts. A regular here,
Hmm.
while Delilah has won the last 3 weeks. She has been
Wow.
a monarch of the
Yeah.
mountain.
Yes. You
So
need to see this number. It's incredible.
you can see pictures of it on my Instagram, which is I'll give the link tree in a moment. We're going to move on to the next question. My partner has
Hmm.
dietary restrictions, but my family seems to always forget about them when she is over.
Mm,
TPCH. What's that acronym stand for? I
I
don't
don't
think they
know.
like her. How do I confront them? TPCH. I'm not sure what that stands for, but the main
What do
question
you
is my partner has dietary restrictions, so there's certain things I can't eat, but my family seems to always forget about them when she is over. I don't think they like her. How do I confront them?
Hmm.
So you, Lusty, have the big window.
I don't know what the acronyms mean, but I got you. Whoever wrote this question, I needed to
To
address
be
the same
completely
thing.
honest, sorry, I just worked
Okay,
it
to
out.
be okay. So I had to deal with the same situation kind of with my own family. My partner, he's vegan, and when I went to my family with them and with my mother, I explained what he can and cannot eat. She was always saying, "Oh, but he can make exception. Maybe it's." it's just like it's nothing. And I just need confronting. It's not easy, but when it's important for you, just need to explain. If you want me to come with this person at this family meeting, you need to be sure that what we are eating it's completely respectful of our value. If it's not, I have another solution. I'm gonna bring my own food, and it's gonna be all right. Like it's, I'm not pushing others to cooking a five course meal in a way you never cooked before. But if it's not okay for you to cook something was gonna please my partner in his value, just gonna bring my own food, and all the rest of the night it's gonna be alright. It's not all about food, but they need to understand, because you're going to want to stop going to see them if they don't make these effort. So
It's whether or not you're important enough for them to. I
it,
understand what you're saying. Yes,
yeah.
Mina.
Okay, so these are my thoughts. One, I don't know. I'm somebody who's very close with my family. I certainly date people they necessarily like, but it's important for me to understand what is about them that they don't like, and take cues from that, because my family is important to me, and so that is part of this factor of like, what future are you working towards if you're constantly going to be struggling to create a like, you know, a nice fusion of a whatever dynamic. Then if you're committed to trying and what have you and moving forward, I would offer to cook dinner with your partner, and make it like a big fun thing. And I would keep in mind that food is a fucking inherent part of us that we all have a lot of feelings about, especially in terms of family dinners. Your family probably has a lot of memories, a lot of baggage, a lot of traditions, a lot of habits, whatever, that make the act of coming together for a meal really important for your own specific unique reasons. So keeping that in mind, I would, yeah, offer to cook. I would offer to bring something else. I would not expect full conformity to change for one person, but I would expect there to be options. And I think that's something that you can make clear of, like, I want to make this person feel welcome in my home because I love them and I love you, and I want to share that experience of being together. This is important to me. And I think if you just undermine how important it is to you, it should go smoother. But yeah, I think taking over and cooking is a solution, personally, as someone who has a catering business.
Cooking together is very interesting. Like we tried it and they were surprised how vegan food could taste. They were like, "Oh, it's really vegan. It tastes like meat." Yes, but there's no meat. Oh, so they were really happy to discover new things.
Yeah, it's fun.
I had an actual example. Because of distance, I never saw my family for a good period of time, and I never really kept them up to date and with who I was dating, etc. And when I got serious about somebody, I thought I should introduce them to my family. And in the phone calls prepping about the arrival that we were going to do, my mother, in all innocence, asked. My mother, who's a very bright woman, but I mean, she is not from a city centre, not very culturally exposed. I explained that the person I was dating, I was bringing home, was Muslim. And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, is there anything that they don't like to eat?" I said, "Well, they're Muslim, so they can't have pork." And on the phone call, there was a slight pause. And they went, "But ham's okay, right?" like, like it was an innocent question on their behalf, because they didn't fully understand, the implications of that. And once they did, there was at no point was there any animosity. My partner never felt any animosity from my family. They felt complete acceptance. It was just an educational sort of shift. And part of that with the other things is there are right wing media which will try to put assumptions in people's minds about vegans, about people with dietary restrictions, etc. That if people are actually exposed to people with these restrictions, they understand. They'll figure it out fairly quickly. For example, I have a friend who it's not an allergy or so, but his body does not process red meat. He still eats white meats. Like he still can eat chicken, still can eat fish. He's not vegan. It's just it just gives him an upset stomach if he eats red meat, and that's just something that he lives with. So making people understand dietary restrictions, be they by choice or by religion or by or by medical fallout, such as like a peanut allergy, or what? Sorry.
I said moral views. Moral views.
More views. I included that with choice. I believe morality is a choice, and I think all of us should be trying to be more moral. I'm not sure if Lusty. Okay, Lusty, I thought was frozen for a moment, so I wasn't sure.
No, I'm there.
She just moved her head. So a lot of that it comes down to just not being antagonistic with your family to explain this. And if there's still a bit of a problem, the idea it's cooking with options. Not everybody has to eat the same thing, especially when you have a big family around a one table. It's only like a real prick if everybody eats like all the vegan lasagna before the bowl gets over to the one person who needs a vegan option.
It's so tasty.
It is.
There is so much vegan recipe I learned from my partner. I was like, oh, maybe I cannot cook that anymore. No, I find ways. I love like seafood lasagna, like a white seafood lasagna with cheese and stuff. I made a vegan one. I was super proud and he liked it. And I was like, oh my God, like it's not the same taste exactly, but it's doing the job. Makes him happy.
I think I've discovered a glitch in the matrix. Just I'm not sure. I'd feel more comfortable if the people were watching were commenting a bit more. But we have the next question is come up. But if you look, the current top question is, does having kids is possible in a polyamorous relationship?
Is the same question?
We had the same question. We had the same question just 2 questions ago. They're both on the screen at the same time. So it was just a very weird thing.
It's weird. It's exactly the same, right?
It is exactly with the same level of grammar in both. So the next question is food or sex? Yes. Lusty, your answer. Sorry, not at the same time.
Is it a choice? Do I need to pick one?
Just to put it on the screen again, it just says food or sex. There's an or in there, so that does sort of indicate it was a choice.
So if they're... I
had dinner, so I'm going to say sex till I get hungry. Sex is always something that sort of makes me hungry. I know people call it thirst, but there's a thirst and there's a hunger.
Yeah.
I'm talking very low.
It just depends of the day. So right now I go with my mood. I go with sex. But there is day I would go with food. So I go with sex right now. That's it.
There we are. Mina.
Yes, and. That's my answer.
Boom. Yes, and. And Lynn Poo is saying American Pie shows that you can choose both. You can having sex with food. First off, that pie was cooling. I don't know how he didn't scald his glands. I would not recommend the internal temperature of a warm pie is. You could easily burn, the skin on your wrist with it.
Don't do that. Like poor pie, she's not consenting to your jerk. Don't put that there.
It's in reference to the movie American.
I know.
Is it American Pie? Was it called?
Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. On the table, in the kitchen table, and his father came back, and he just said, "Okay," and closed the door.
Eugene Levy. It's a
Jimmy.
Canadian
I
performer.
I had a crush on this guy. I had a crush on this guy because I want him so much to have great sex life, and I was so like embarrassed on the way he embarrassed himself. I there is sorry for a spoiler but you don't jerk with glue. Don't jerk with glue. Never. Jimmy did.
So you're talking about the son. I was talking about the father. The father was Eugene Levy. We're
Oh,
talking Jason
about
Biggs.
Jimmy. Okay, I thought you were saying Jimmy.
Jason Biggs was the actor who played the son who had carnal knowledge of the inside of the pie.
Yeah, but the character is named Jimmy, and the one who had sex with the pie, and the same who jerk with glue, the same who did a lot of weird mistake. Poor guy. I'm so into Shy Guy and Geek Guy, and I was like, oh my god, I can have sex with you and just help you to be happy. And no, you're just a character, so I can't.
For one thing, when you were saying that you were interested in Eugene Levy, I thought you liked eyebrows, just because.
No, it's the son, not the father. The son.
The son.
Yeah.
Jason Biggs. Jason Biggs, I think, is the name of the actor involved. If I got that, if I made a mistake, please let me know. The next question we have is, what is a good safe word? What is a good safe word, Mina?
Obviously, something normally say in sex. I'm laughing because my partner likes to go, my safe word's harder, better, faster, and I'm just like, you're dumbass. He's kidding. But yes, something that you wouldn't say. People do color codes like red, yellow, whatever.
The traffic lights.
Periwinkle. Yeah. That's all I got.
That's your answer? I
Yes.
use traffic lights in association with a safe word. I used to use brick because I thought a brick, like what's on the fake wall behind me, I thought that's an unsexy word, brick. And then I had a partner who says, well, that sounds so much like prick.
Oh, you're right. I didn't.
And so you got to be careful about the sound alikes. And so it has varied from time to time. Pineapple was one that was used, but first off, it's multiple syllables. And I don't like the idea of multiple syllables. I believe in the traffic lights. You want to have something that's easy to say, but the traffic lights, it could be like if you ask your partner if you're like, I'm a bit more dominant, so it's like I ask my partner where they are, they can give me green, or if we're in the process and they're beginning to be uncomfortable, they tell me yellow, so I know to sort of back off a little. And if I hear red, then we stop to discuss. If we get the safe word, then that means everything is stopped for the night until we are both comfortable and we have both come down from the space that we were in. And so that is kind of important, is to make sure that it is a clear safe word to be said, something that can be said easily. And if you're doing anything that involves gags, then you need to make sure that there is a way to communicate a safe word without use of the mouth. So be that a tap out or whatever. So having a partner who's both gagged and bound is not something I play with. I know some people do, but they better have a way of communicating safe words in that situation. Before we get Lusty's answer on this, Lynn is asking. Well, actually, we're gonna take that as a separate question a little bit later. Thank you for the new question, Lynn.
Thank
Lusty,
you for
your answer to the question: what is a good safe word?
I go with the combo of both of you, because for me, I think the red, yellow, green light are better in fetish night when you don't know the person, or it's your first experience in some stuff. I think I always ask the person what is the safe word, even if it's a first experience. It's I think it's it's strategic. It's very clear, but it's green, red, everything. And when I have a more personal relationship, long term or more than 2 dates, and we need to have to explain and tell each other what is her safe words. And I think it will be more personal, but never in mm, no link with sexuality, like Mina said. You cannot like say, ma- I mean, I think cucumber would be a limit, and it's not my safe word. I won't tell you my safe word. Sorry, it's personal. Um, but it's I think it would be for me. I think it would be more personal, but not in relating sexuality. And when it's gagging, for my personal experience, when I had enough confidence with my partner to go with thigh clap. Like, if I thigh clap you, you stop. If you thigh clap me, we stop.
Mhm.
But you need to be 100% sure that it's safe to go with the clap, because some dom and sub situation can mean more. So you need to be sure that it's clear between you and the other person.
These are things that need to be communicated before
Mm-hmm.
any play starts.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that is something that should be very clear. I had someone kind of get pissed because we had the safe word if they pulled the back of my hair. And we discussed it beforehand, and then during the evening while I was going down on them, they were enjoying it, but they grabbed my hair and they pulled. So I stopped, and I'm saying, no, that means we stop for the night. And they were pissed that it stopped everything. I'm saying, well, we should have agreed on a better safe word communication than that. That was what you suggested, and that's what stopped us. And I'm not going to break the rule and go into it. Maybe in the morning we can do more.
It's perfect. You did well.
Well, I try. Lin Poo asked, can a safe word be funny so it breaks the tension? That is the question. Lusty, you have the hot seat.
Yes, but no. Like, it can happen that the word is funny, but you don't want to break the mood neither. But you want to be sure that the person understand that you reached the top and you need to stop. So I knew people that their words are ketchup. I think hearing the word ketchup during sexuality can make me laugh a little bit. But because I know that it's important for the person, I would just stop. It make no comment. So I don't know if he would be if reaching the limit of a person is really funny. If there is that the question? No.
I love to laugh. I laugh a lot. It's never an insult. It's always a compliment. I'm always enjoying when I'm laughing. If I'm quiet, you should be like, oh shit, like, am I fucking up right now? And you probably are. So yeah, I think a safe word can be funny. And I think that, the whole concept of ruining the mood, like, unless you're ruining it with like anger or like violence, that's ruining the mood. You can't ruin the mood with laughter. That's just, continuing to have a good time. And if you're into it with the person, the mood will come back.
I think the funniest I heard it was fluffy fluffy poodle.
Could you repeat that again,
I
Lusty?
think the funniest I heard was the one on the wiggle room. Fluffy fluffy poodle. Was it?
Oh yeah.
It was fluffy
Yeah.
something else. Fluffy bunny something.
Bunny
I-
poodle? I don't know. It was very funny.
I would have to say a safe word could be funny. I'm not worried about it ruining the mood for the night, because the safe word, for me, the safe word ruins it for the night. The night is over as soon as the safe word is said. That's why I use it in conjunction with the traffic lights. Right? If we hit red, then it stops. If you can say something that's funny, that's only one syllable, and that's the thing, to have. Maybe it's because I've had less committed or less open partners who when we've discussed choosing a safe word, they choose multiple syllables, and if they're getting close to the edge where they should be saying yellow, and they just do one or two of the say it's fluffy bunny poo or whatever it is, and they'll go fluff fluff, and then stop. Then I'm at that point I'm going. I know I need to be ready to be stopped, and they're using that as a holdout to slow things down. I'm saying that's not the purpose of that. The idea of a safe word is things must stop. That's why I believe safe words should be down to one syllable. That they should be something that is clear and easy to communicate, and that for me, safe words are very important, but they are things that need to be that easily said. So that's my answer.
The easier, the clearer.
Easy, clearer, and
don't use apopatodiaphyllatophobie
or anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah, the word I said is when you're scared of shitting on yourself.
Okay.
It's a fear of shitting on yourself. Apopatodiaphyllatophobie. It's
that in itself is I mean, personally for me, I know some people are into it, but that the act itself would be enough for me to go, okay, that's the safe word. I understand.
Imagine you have a pillow on your face.
Now I have to wash my sheets. All right.
Just imagine you have a pillow on your face and then you cannot say anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you need to have the if you're planning anything that involves gagging, anything that would prevent the person from speaking,
contact, something, grabbing.
You need to have a secondary safe word set up. Here we go. Next question. Are we ready for the next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, thank you all for watching. I do want to point out, I'm just going to run a new banner on the bottom for anyone that wants to help support the channel. Hitting like is very important. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you have subscribed. That makes a huge difference for that. We get 2 thumbs up coming from Lusty. Other things are up as well. And there's also the link tree that is running at the bottom, so you can find out about the Wiggle Room, the other Love Doctor, and my manager's shows as well. He's doing stand-up comedy tomorrow night. I just gotta say, my manager's doing some stand-up comedy tomorrow night in Montreal. But if you want to donate to the show, the top link says "Buy me a drink." If you click on that, you can actually donate to the show. And all that money will be divided among the 3 performers you're seeing on the screen right now. So please donate to the show. It makes a huge difference for those of us who have not been able to perform live for, in the past 17 months. I think we've had 3 months of live performance.
Donate is sexy. Do it, guys. Look at the very passionate face of the Love Doctor. This is episode 69. I think he deserves love and everything. So just look, all his smokes, glasses, all this mysterious.
Did you just say that I smoke? No.
No, he smoked glasses.
Oh,
you see that?
Sunglasses. Sunglasses.
Yes. Okay, smoke, sunglasses. Sunglasses. Okay.
Is it lunettes fumées en français? I thought it was lunettes soleil en français. I'm still learning French. All right. So the question we have: Did you ever have been scared of porn? Why? Yes. I've seen porn that I didn't want to see, and it scares me to see people who are uncomfortable, who in a way that is not pleasurable, and that is something I do not want to see ever, because that to me is not sexy. Lusty.
Regular. In life, I'm a healthcare professional. So I'm very scared when I see people having dangerous practice on their body. So that afraid me for their health. It's not my health, so I shouldn't worry, but I do. I'm empath a lot. But stuff traumatizes me more when it's imaginary stuff couldn't happen. You talked earlier about 3 penises, but when it's like 3 penises of giant creature you don't know they come from out of the universe. I'm just, I can't. I can't. And I respect people who love, and I know that it's, I'm exaggerating the situation, but I I just cannot with the kind of porn whose name hentai, but that's just me. I respect everybody who love it. I just cannot because there is exaggerating situation like three extreme biggest penis and you're like and the person explode at the end and you're like what? And I can't. So that's the extreme point where porn scared me. But when it's human being, it's only when it's scary and maybe dangerous sexual practice who can injure your body for real, permanently.
Exactly. I personally, if I mean, I might not enjoy all animated porn, but I understand at least people are not being hurt by it. So, Mina.
Exact.
Porn that scares me? No. Um, there are things about the porn industry that scare me, but the porn itself, like, I feel like I'm pretty desensitized. Although I am weird, not whatever, it's their own thing. But to me, I was like, this is not scary, but like, why? And it's the thing where people with vaginas fuck a like a fake dick that is full of fake cum, and it's for like people who have cum in me fetishes. And I'm just, what is that stuff? Where did it come from? I know. I have questions. I'm scared to Google. If you know, please tell me.
Homogeneous
I
milk.
maybe
What?
have
Yogurt? No.
no. I maybe have an answer about that. I got
What is it?
friends
Please
in
don't say no.
I got friend in porn industry. There is some kind of lube who
Okay.
are going more whitish color when they are exposed
Okay.
to air but hair.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like the oxidation of the lube will cause it to be more white, but it's just lube. If people using other stuff, now I'm interested to know because I don't know other stuff. I'm confused with it, so I only know this stuff. Maybe there is something
Okay.
else.
All right.
To
I'm
know
actually
that
gonna.
at least
I
it
will
is
put this on
published.
my Google thing. Uh,
Do
I'm
let's do
googling
it.
that right now. What is used for fake semen?
I know
Uh,
that for women, yes, because women are faking. Sometimes they are faking squirting in videos. Yes, guys, and this is only like water pump or only injecting water inside of you, and then you pushing. They're like,
Mm.
whoa, waterfall. Um, but for the stuff, excepting lube, I don't know.
all right. I just found online a list. Um,
It's never good when it starts with the list. You're like, okay, what is it gonna be?
all right. There's methyl cellulose, which is a
Mm,
viscous gel that has numerous less salacious applications, ranging from bookbinding to cookery.
mm.
There is Cetaphil. Ironically, it is generally used as a face cleanser.
What?
And
That can't be.
somebody's commented that it looks exactly like cum but doesn't taste that great.
Ugh.
Then there's specially designed fake cum lubes along the lines of the Master Series Jizz lube. So there's
Yes,
so
this one.
that is something that is specifically made for that. So
Yes.
that I would assume is kind of safe. This one here is a recipe using egg whites, yogurt, water, cornstarch, and salt, which
No,
It
don't do
sounds
it.
like glue.
Don't do it.
yes. Shampoo, again, don't do it. Body
Don't
wash,
do it.
don't do it. And condensed milk.
Condensed milk. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's on the outside, maybe looking, it's not a problem to put like condensed milk on your body if you want it to look
No,
like but if
most
it's
of those that
inside
are
of
on the
you,
outside is not bad, but anything internal is not good
yeah, I
for the
only
most
do the
part.
lube. I only do the lube.
So there we go. We learned something tonight.
We learned.
Yeah. I never ask myself the question out of the lube,
No,
but
there's. I will say that there's things that are in porn that I know are not for me. If other people get them and it's ethically made porn, that's fine. But there's unethical porn out there, and that sort of scares me that exists, and that is something that I'm not comfortable with. And just because of who I am, people would have shared things that I'm not. I'm wondering why. So please don't.
what is the most scariest in porn, I think, is the idea of the performance in porn. Like a lot of people, women and men, think that they should be as performant as the person we see in videos and stuff. So there is shortcut, there is montage, people taking breaks, taking it's
They're also
it's
athletes for
not
the most part.
yes, it's a lot and hackers.
All right. Yeah, exactly. We didn't expect that Keanu Reeves will shoot and kill as many people as John Wick, right? And
Hmm.
so you don't expect porn performers to be as they're portrayed on film.
Yeah, in real life, those person when they have sex in real life is the same thing as you, maybe. It's not like they are doing in camera.
It's-
Okay, maybe
there's a
okay.
certain level of physically in shape that I could probably do with better cardio. Uh,
Mm,
since today was Montreal's Pride March, what is something that you are proud of? Mino. Mina. I don't know why I called you Mino.
That's okay. Something I'm proud of. I've been drinking a lot of water lately. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of my most recent, but I can't show you now. So I'm just gonna have to believe it's good.
Your most recent what? And you dropped out for a second.
Oh, sorry, my most recent painting and how much I've been drinking.
Okay, we heard about the water. It was just we didn't hear the word painting, so we heard my most recent, but I'm not going to show you that. That's what we heard coming through. Was well, that's
Damn.
going to be interesting.
Sorry.
Quite okay, quite okay. What is something that I'm proud about? I'm proud of the viewers that we have. I'm proud of the people that come out. The fact that the vaudeville variety show has been sold out since we've reopened. I'm proud of the fact that
Oh, yay.
that people are enjoying live performance again, and people are telling me that they appreciate what I do, not just as it being entertaining, but that they feel that they are getting good advice. That sort of makes me feel better in the fact that I am giving a part of myself with every performance, and I am hoping that I can make a little bit of a difference in other people's lives. That's important to me. And when I find out, when people tell me that I am making that difference, that is something that makes me proud. So there we are. Lusty.
I'm proud that, and sorry if I get emotional, I'm proud that I still now more emotional stable after fighting the COVID situation as a professional worker. It was something very intense, and I'm very happy today to see that my patients are in health, and then we have no case of COVID at our place. Out of this, because it's a dark situation, I'm very proud that I bought my first house. I'm going to move like in 2 weeks. I'm very happy. I'm very excited about it. My apartment is a mess with the boxes. And very happy that I came out of the closet of that I'm a burlesque performer to my family-in-law. I was very scared to telling that, and it came out very well thanks to the good advice to Winona G. Fox, Boy Delilah, the lovely Foxy Lexi, and Mrs. Achente would give me a lot of good advice about how I can tell them. And it turns out amazing, and I'm very, very, very happy about it. It's a release.
Boom! Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I also want to add that I'm very proud of my daughter, who's just an amazing person, and she's a good person, and she does her best
Oh,
to be kind to others, which I think we need more people to do that. We have just oh no, we just have the one question left. Are we ready for the last question of the evening? And again, remember that there's the little donate is going along the bottom there, so you can donate to the channel. And please say hi, say your byes in the chat so we get to hear from you. Make sure that you do hit like, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. Last question that we have here is, what is your sex style? What is your sex style? So Lusty, you get to answer that first.
not sure
The
to
hand
understand
came
the
up.
question. Not
You're not sure?
sure. I'm not sure to understand the question. Maybe you can explain me more.
I did not write the question, so it's what I don't know if it's what do you like in sex. What is your sex style? What is it something that you enjoy? I'm not sure. I don't know
My
if they're asking
sex-
if you're a top or a bottom or a.
um, I'm basically more like a mommy dom, so I'm carrying and I like to lead. But I learned with the pandemic how to enjoy more the switch world. So it's it depends of with which partner I am. I have a slave, I have a switch partner, I have a sub partner. So it's just different with each partner. So I'm very mixed, but I like to teach and being in control in a certain way. So yeah, the rest is personal.
Which is an honest answer, which makes it a good answer. Mina.
I would say my sex style ranges, of course, from kind of like realistic to more goddess worship-y. Like I like to be devoted, to be people to be devotional to, you know what I mean. Praise me, you know. But then yeah, a range. And I think I used to identify more as bottom, but I'm realizing a lot of that is just because I want to be a people pleaser, and that actually I think I'm a little bit more of a top. Yeah.
Boom. I'm gonna echo. I'm a bit more of a top. I've got very oral inclinations. I love to taste my partner, not just directly on their sex, but to taste the skin, especially a day in the sun. You know, the taste of skin that has like that sweat that is built up after a bit of a sun exposure is just that sweet saltiness that you can get while you lick on their neck. I am a bit of a top as well. I enjoy being the giver in praise kink. But you know, you're a good girl. To say that, to be able to whisper that into somebody's ear, I think is a fine thing. Oh, holy crap! We just got a flurry of questions have come in, so we are not quite done. And here I was
Yay!
telling everyone that they've been such a good girl.
I like the tone of your voice. I was just watching at the eyes of Mina Minou, was like,
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I don't know. I didn't want people
And the
saying
worst part is it's making me salivate saying it. So it's
ooh.
it's a little Pavlovian on my part.
It's different. When they'll tell me I'm a good girl, I'm like, who are you to tell me that I'm a good girl? So I'm asking more question, but it's different. That's why.
I'm also I have a very wide hand. I've been told, so it does it makes a good impact. Just That's in there too. All right.
Somebody tell me that. I won't say the name, but somebody tell me that.
Oh, all right. There we go. Words are getting out around me. There's rumors about me. I'm in the chat. All right. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but the love doctor's cute, so I gave up fruit. We got poetry. I guess that's one of the questions that came in. What do you think of men lingerie? I guess male lingerie.
Underwear?
It's underwear, but I think there's also men in sexy underwear as well.
Lingerie. Okay.
Lingerie. Oui. I think it's fine. It's not necessarily my thing.
You don't have a leopard tongue.
I don't have a leopard thong. I don't have a banana hammock. I don't own any male lingerie. The special forces would be very happy with the way I dress. Lusty. So it was a commando reference. All right, good. We got that. I wasn't sure. I thought it might have been too subtle.
I like more accessory than lingerie on men. Like, there is leather accessory like necklace can be attached to a shoulder and stuff. They can be very cute. But I'm not a fan of sexy underwears. Like, I think that in my head when I hear about the men lingerie, I'm one of the person traumatized by Borat the movie. So, the guy with the green...
The mankini.
Yeah, mankini. So I can't get that out of my head. So, but accessory can be very nice. Blindfold can be nice. So for me, it kind of counts like lingerie for men.
Mina.
If you feel cute, I'm happy. That's how I want you to feel good. And if you feel good, then we'll feel good. I'm happy. But I don't really have any preference. Once one of my partners dressed up. This isn't really lingerie. Specifically, knew that a fireman kink, and so he got himself a fireman costume, and I was like, I felt like special success in the world that somebody dressed up for me. That extends to lingerie too.
I did have a priest collar, which at one time, so which was popular with some people I was seeing. There is, the other thing is lingerie in general. If it's in the way, it's not. I'm not a fan. If it accentuates the beauty of the body without covering any of the fun bits to taste, then that's great. So, male or female, that's sort of one of my thoughts on lingerie in general. I've been the love doctor. I've had a lovely time. My guests tonight have been the fantastic Mina Minou, who can be found on Instagram as ghost_magic with a K. So it's MAGICK on Instagram. I'm spelling it out just so when we do release the audio broadcast tomorrow, which you can find. It's pretty much anywhere what that audio broadcasts are. You can actually now subscribe to the audio podcast of the Love Doctor live stream. Lusty Onyx is at lusty.onyx on Instagram, so you can follow them there. And of course, sorry, did I make it go away too quick? There we are. There, Lusty Onyx. Oh, sorry, she's poking her boobs at the same time. There is. She's pointing to it, but was never mind. I'm just gonna just shut up, so I'm not much of an asshole.
I also have a private page. I don't want you to write it down because it's.
But they can access it from.
Yeah.
Search for you on Twitter.
Yes,
they'll
on my.
Find it.
You can check on my Instagram bio. It's only friend page, so you can see burlesque and boudoir creation from me.
All right, and for those who want to know about both the Love Doctor and my manager, who puts on a series of shows, the Linktree where you can donate also has a list of other shows that you can follow, which I believe should have the prick better have done it. I should also have all the audio podcasts of the Love Doctor that are down there. So there's usually at least 2 a week, which was going to be, this one will be released tomorrow morning. And also midweek, there will be a classic episode that is uploaded as well for the audio podcast. So these are the Love Doctor replays, because this is the one and only live stream. I'm the Love Doctor. Above me is the fantastic Lusty Onyx.
Cute Love Doctor.
Beautiful, fantastic Mina Minou. So happy that both of you
thank you so
joined
much.
me on this.
Happy 69th birthday!
Hey.
69 is very
Amazing.
important to somebody who's a bit aura like myself.
Is the number.
69 is the number. I love you all. Good night.